This is the examination of the hidden human condition.
This is the Hidden Killers podcast with Tony Brewski.
A 48-year-old Michigan man, Matthew Louis Mollicone, found guilty of voluntary manslaughter in the death of his wife, Kimberly Ann Mollicone, who's 49, during a shootout at the home of her former lover, Daniele Giannone. The incident occurred July 12th of 2022 in Ray Township, about an hour north of Detroit. Mollicone, accompanied by his wife, drove to Giannone's residence to confront him over the affair that he believed had recently rekindled. Evidence presented in court showed that Giannone had received nearly $60,000 in payments from the Mollicones company, State Barricades, between February and April of 22, while Giannone claimed Kimberly voluntarily gave the money. Mollicone's defense argued it was stolen. The confrontation escalated quickly upon Mollicone's arrival. Mollicone entered Giannone's garage, reached for a firearm in his waistband. Giannone responded by firing a warning shot over Mollicone's head, leading to a gunfight between the two men. Giannone was shot in the leg and retreated, but Mollicone continued to fire. So this isn't like necessarily a confrontation. This is more like straight up assault.
It's like old
with
West
a deadly
shit.
weapon. It
is like old West.
It's not like, hey, what the hell's going on here with you and my wife? It's like, I got a gun. I'm going to use it right now. The confrontation escalated quickly upon Mollicone's arrival. Mollicone entered Giannone's garage and reached for that. I already read that part. As Kimberly attempted to back their vehicle down the driveway, Mollicone fired a shot from the vehicle, prompting Giannone to fire again in return. The bullet then struck Kimberly in the neck, causing the vehicle to roll to a stop. Giannone's family members, including his mother and sister, were present during the shootout because why not? Why not have everybody right there? A little cookout or something.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people there.
They were present and sought safety inside the home, along with Giannone's pregnant fiance and her two young daughters. During the trial, if you are going to go do this confrontation, there's all these people there. Maybe think maybe a different time. I don't know. Maybe a different time for this. Maybe not with guns, either. Maybe just, hey, we need to talk and we need to clear this up or there's going to be some problems. During the trial, Assistant Macomb Prosecutor Steve Fox argued that Mollicone's actions created a high risk of death. Yeah. And constituted first-degree murder due to a home invasion. Witnesses testified about a pattern of abuse Kimberly suffered at the hands of her husband, with her mother and friends recounting multiple incidents of violence and control. I mean, and this is what people who have issues with that shit do, because they can't control shit, and eventually it gets to the point where they just lash out in no other way that they know no other way possible other than gunfire, because that's going to really show their amount of control. Defense attorney Stephen Rabart and Peter Torshey contended that Giannone, I always have to keep looking at the phonetical spelling because it's should have been charged with murder as he fired the fatal shot. They also alleged Giannone destroyed video evidence that could have shown the confrontation, a claim Giannone denied. Other surveillance footage captured parts of the incident. Despite the defense's arguments, Mollicone was convicted of voluntary manslaughter, assault with intent to murder, and 3 counts of felony firearm. He faces up to life in prison for the assault charge, with an additional 15 years for manslaughter and 6 years for firearm offenses. Sentencing is scheduled for July 10th. Macomb County Prosecutor Peter J. Lucido stated, the jury's convictions hold the perpetrator accountable for his actions and bring closure to the loved ones left behind. Mollicone faces a maximum penalty of life for assault with intent to murder, 15 years of voluntary manslaughter, and 6 years for felony firearm. Sentencing is set for July 10th. So,
this is just the craziest thing. And I have no idea if his wife and him had been having an affair, but it does look like he received money from this company, how he got that. So my guess is this guy was pissed off and told his wife, we're going over there to confront him. And the guy's out grilling for his family. Yeah. And he walks up with and the home invasion was he walked into his garage, and they said that constituted home invasion. But the interesting thing is, it was the guy the victim, who'd been shot, he is actually the one who killed the wife. It was his bullet.
Yeah.
It killed the wife. But because of this, her husband's actions, had it not been for him confronting him in that very aggressive way, and there was like 30 shots fired. Like, this was a big shootout.
My God.
And so had he not done what he did, his wife would still be alive. And I agree with that. The guy would have just gone on and had dinner with his family. And, you know, and I wonder, it seems like I read someplace where he kind of had a feeling this guy might show up. So that might have been why he just happened to have a gun on him too.
Or he packs all the time. Who knows? I mean, you're just north of Detroit.
And it's illegal. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, I don't, but I'm not here to judge anybody who does.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're out there grilling for your family and you've got kids in the house, you're going to defend them.
Yeah.
But I think a shootout of that magnitude with 30 shots fired, you put everyone in the house in danger.
But if he's already getting shot, I mean, the whole thing is, completely nuts.
Yeah. And, you know, so this woman, you know, who I think had been abused in her own relationship, because this guy doesn't sound like someone you could reason with necessarily.
Yeah.
And maybe she had an affair with him. I don't know.
Yeah.
But now he's the one who could have been the victim of, you know, it's like, for me, my wife's having an affair, get a divorce, move on.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
I'm guessing it was something to the effect of he found out his wife was cheating and she gave him $60,000 and wrote it off as some sort of business payment to him. So you cheated on,
a lot of money.
It's like, so you cheated on me and you gave him $60,000? You did what? And you thought this was okay? And then, you know, there's no self-control and it went to what it did.
It's just horrible. And if there was an affair, like, I'm not saying any of that was right. I totally get the confrontation, but a deadly confrontation. When you walk up brandishing a weapon, the other person, that is a self-defense situation at that point.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then when he got shot, you know, he thinks he's going to be killed. That's a bad situation. And the poor family inside the house, they were just waiting for dinner.
That'll be a one for the Thanksgiving conversation. Remember
remember that one time
grill out that we had and turned deadly in a big gunfight? Let's reenact that just for fun. We'll use blanks.
It's so weird because, like, the wife drove the car. Like, it makes me think, like, we're going over there right now. You know, drive me to his house. That had to have been a horrible drive over there.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like, oh my God, I love this song. You guys are singing along to Endless Love. It's like he went over there to kill this guy.
I bet before they got out of the vehicle, they did it together, like, my endless love. Okay, I'm gonna go out and confront this guy right now.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Get some Peter Cetera and Amy Grant queued up for the drive home. We're looking forward to that.
Want to listen ad-free? Want advanced access to all of our interviews before anyone else?
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
You get every episode commercial-free.
So you can binge on true crime
until you can binge no more.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts now, or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast next.